Hi, I'm Keith Boyle, and I'm the CEO at Newfound Gold. Newfound has properties on the island of Newfoundland in the province of Newfoundland, Labrador. Our Queensway project is our flagship that we're advancing through development and targeting first production end of 27. We have the Hammerdown gold project that we're ramping up now in production. We're ramping it up through the first half of this year to get to a steady state the second half of the year, and it's sending its ore to the Pine Cove Mill, which is currently processing at 700 tons a day, but we've got eyes at expanding that to 1,400 tons a day to accept Queensway's phase one material. And all that said, we still have a fantastic exploration package that we continue to explore, looking for deposits on those packages.
Keith, good to see you. Look, we're taking advantage of you today to kind of catch up with regards to the announcement you just put out. Sounds like a big financing package. Can you break that down for us and so what it is and why?
Sure. Well, as you know, Matt, we announced about a month ago a term sheet for a US $75 million debt facility. Subsequent to that, we had an inbound offer to not only match, well, better the terms of that facility, but also provide us with equity. And as you saw in the announcement, the equity was done at market. So there was no discount to it. They were coming in, and they're coming in as long-term partners. So we're pretty excited by that. And not only that, we then had others that, are long-term shareholders, existing shareholders, that as well invested at market. So, we're really excited to see how that package that we've now put together funds our capital cost of 155, which we announced last year in our PEA, all Canadian dollars, 155 million Canadian, and allows us the overrun facility, if you want. All projects, we have that risk, especially in the world we're living today. So we felt it important to put in, enough of an overrun facility that we were very comfortable in advancing our project and know that we can get to the finish line.
Okay, and I want to be clear. So this is to replace the previous facility. It's not an as well.
Correct. This is replacing the previous facility with basically a similar debt facility, and then on top of that, putting in that extra equity.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. It was opportunistic on their behalf, but was a little bit of it, from your perspective, opportunistic given market conditions that you referred to. And I guess more importantly for us, we're looking at the Queensway in production, towards the end of 2027. Does this reflect any kind of change in timing or shift in strategy?
There's neither a change in timing, neither a shift in strategy. The strategy was always to get to cash flow with Queensway, and we were always on track to do that by the end of 2027. And so for us was to maintain our momentum. As we advance that, we're right into the detailed engineering for the mill expansion at Pine Cove, and we'll be starting to put down orders for the long lead items as we advance our construction at Queensway. So we felt it important to put a whole package together, knowing that we had enough money to get us to the end.
Okay, and does this change anything operationally in terms of the team, etc.? Because actually spending money is hard. Spending money efficiently is hard. So you having to sort of mix things up a bit, given a lot of things are going to now advance.
Actually, we announced, when was it? We announced a few months ago now that we had hired WSP as our EPCM contractor. Now, we've assembled a team since the beginning of the year. We've been assembling that team, and in fact, the construction manager just showed up at site last week. I met him last week. I was up at site. I met him last week, and we went through what had to get done, and I was actually quite excited to see how quickly things are advancing on schedule to get the project completed.
Okay, and so how should we investors think about this? Because obviously I hear what you're saying in terms of kind of gets you through to the end, but in terms of this capital allocation, what value does it bring to us? Is it just a surety that you're funded to the end, or is there more to it on an operational base on the ground?
Well, for us, Hammerdown is ramping up. And so we will get to a place of, call it commercial production in the second half of this year. And so that process will then generate cash flow. And then with the capital cost covered with this financing, with reserves or money in reserve for possible overruns, what that assures us is getting production out of Queensway. And if, I'll bring back some of the key numbers at Queensway's production, the first couple of years, we're looking at about 100,000 ounces a year at an all-in sustaining of about $1,300. So you do the quick math on that, and that's $300+ million of cash flow a year on that basis. So, we're targeting the high grade. People can go and look at the recent releases we had for the grade control drilling we did at Queensway, at Keith Zone, and we'll see the very high grade that will be coming out in that first year of production.
Okay, so I guess the message I'm taking from that is this is obviously you've moved from an pure exploration story through to advanced development and production. This is more than just about shoring up your balance sheet. This is about kind of, I guess, changing the profile of the company. Does that lead to a re-rate as far as your institutional shareholders are concerned and your major shareholders are concerned?
Well, that's why they're coming in on this financing in a big way. Yes, the answer is simply yes. We see the re-rate coming as we execute on our plan.
When you were debating this, because obviously you had a package, you've got a larger package in place. In terms of the trade-off, was there any in your mind, or is this a no-brainer?
This was a no-brainer. I mean, we can all see what's happening in the world today. We don't know where things will go. And so for us to be secure in knowing that we have the money in the bank to execute on this project and get to the Queensway production, which is the value driver of the company.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you this bluntly because some of your kind of retail shareholders will be thinking like this. Obviously, there's a component of this which is equity. What's the kind of value for dilution argument as far as you're concerned? What would you say to those folks? Why is this?
Well, it's a balance. Structure? I think it's a balance as well of how much debt do you put on versus how much equity. It's that risk of the amount of debt and exposure. And so, we felt as a company it appropriate that, the amount of debt we took was as far as we wanted to stretch, and the additional equity, albeit, yes, there is a bit of dilution. When we look out in time, it doesn't hamper us from that significant re-rate and increase in share price.
Okay, so just remind me, in terms of those kind of markers, those I think they used to call them catalyst moments, what does the next 24 months look like in relation to what this capital allows you to do? So
we'll be submitting our application for environmental assessment very shortly, targeting by the end of this month for Queensway. We'll have our permit amendments at Pine Cove in order to start construction shortly, I'll say within the next 6 weeks. And then on top of that, we'll be putting down payments for long lead items that are required, and then we'll start construction this summer. And through the winter will be the construction of the processing plant with some early works at Queensway starting later on this year. Through to next year, we'll then be able to start production at Queensway towards middle to third quarter of next year, ready to then send material over to the expanded Pine Cove Mill.
Okay, and one final one. How do I, as an investor, read this? What's my takeaway? The fact that a big group like this has come in and offered you more money now. What do they see? What should I also see in this?
Well, they see huge value upside to our share price, because once we are in production, like I said, look, the first couple of years we're looking at over $300 million of cash flow at today's prices, and so do the multiple on that. We won't be standing still either. We're still exploring, and so what they see is that upside in the not too distant future.